In the last lecture, we learned about virtual DOM, and we learned that the real DOM, the browser's DOM, it gets updated from the virtual DOM. So whenever something is rendered in a React application, instead of rendering it directly in the real DOM, first it gets rendered in the virtual DOM. And then from the virtual DOM, the real DOM gets updated with that new change. So in the last lecture, we learned that whenever something changes in a React component, let's say whenever the state, props, or context of a component changes, it reevaluates the component function. And when the component function is reevaluated, if there is any change, in that case, the virtual DOM will be re-rendered. After that, the React DOM will compare this virtual DOM with the real DOM. And if it find any difference, in that case, in the real DOM, only that part will be rendered where there is a difference. So this is what we learned in our last lecture. Now in this lecture, let's see that in action. For that, here I have created a brand new React project. And in this project, I have created one component, which is this demo component. And in this demo component, I'm returning a div. Inside that div, we have this button element, this pen element, and this another button element. So just like what we saw in previous lecture slide. Now here, I'm also creating a state using this useState hook, and I'm calling that state count. And we are using this state here between these pen elements. Now this state will be updated whenever this minus button or this plus button is clicked. So whenever this minus button will be clicked, the value of this count variable will be decremented by 1. And whenever this plus button is clicked, the value of this count variable will be incremented by 1. So here, this state will change whenever this plus button or minus button is clicked. And we have learned that whenever the state changes, the component function is reevaluated. And we also learned whenever the component function is reevaluated, the virtual DOM gets re-rendered. And then React DOM compares the virtual DOM with the real DOM. And then it updates only that part in the real DOM where there is a difference. So if I go to the web page, here you will notice that we have this plus button and this minus button. Now when I click on this plus button or this minus button, the demo component function will be re-evaluated. It will be re-executed. And here the value will change from 0 to 1. Okay, so here in this HTML, this part will change. This span value will change. So in the virtual DOM, this complete HTML will be re-rendered. But in the real DOM, only this span element will be re-rendered. Let's see that. Let's go back to our web page. Let's open this developer tool, and here let's go to this elements tab. Here, let me expand this body section. Inside that we have this div with this ID root. Inside that we have this button element, this span element, and another button element, this plus button. Now just notice what happens to this span element when I click this plus or minus button. So basically, we have also seen this earlier, that in this elements tab, whenever something changes or whenever something updates or newly gets added, in that case, that part of the HTML flashes. But those HTMLs which has not changed or which has not been updated, those HTML elements will not flash. So here, if I click on this plus button, since this span element will change, only this span element should flash here. Other elements should not flash. So if I click on this plus button, you will notice that only the span element flashed and the value changed to 1. Other elements here did not flash. And this proves that in the real DOM, only that part gets rendered which has changed, which has been updated, or which has been newly added. The entire DOM structure is not re-rendered in case of real DOM. So if I click on this minus button, again you will notice that only that span element has flashed. So only this part has been re-rendered here in the real DOM. So this is what I wanted to show you in this lecture. I wanted to show you in practice that whenever the props, the state, or the context in a component changes, it is going to re-evaluate the component function. But that does not mean that it is going to re-render the complete DOM structure in the real DOM. Only that part of the DOM will be re-rendered which has changed. This is all from this lecture. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.